Hey guys, I'm Daisho and I'm here bringing you some magic, and today I'm going to be testing out this Hunter's Strength, is that what it's called in this game? Deck. This one's not a keeper, and this one is a keeper. Sand is actually quite good. Don't know what deck my opponent's playing, but I definitely stand a chance of winning this one. My chances just went down significantly. But anyway, this deck is pretty interesting. I'm not sure how competitive you can ever make it, but it really is definitely a fun deck to play. I mean, just playing gigantic creatures that your opponent can't deal with and then casting Overrun, it actually makes for a pretty fun game, at least on your part, not really much on their end. It's so annoying. If I was going first, this game would not be a problem. I would have dropped my Tusker last turn, he would have played this stupid Elite Inquisitor, and then I would have just been able to prey upon and drop a champion. But as it stands, he's just going to be able to grow his champion. And if he's going to be able to grow it so that if I want to trade, it would be a trade and not just like an eat. But as it stands, if he doesn't have removal for Predator Ooze, I think I actually might stand a chance at winning this one. Oh, there's an Honor the Pure. That pretty much just negates my chances, I think. What? Alright. No complaints from me. I can't really do anything, though, with this. Such an annoying combination. Honor the Pure is just really good in this deck. Alright, so we're just going to drop a Predator Ooze, and he's just going to path it, though, which is bad. So now, I need to draw something really good. He's down to 2 cards in hand. I'm going to be taking 7 damage at least next turn. Yeah, this is less than ideal. Oh, he's not playing anything? Okay, well, I only took 3 damage this turn. That could have been a lot worse. And now this turn I can drop a couple of dudes. Eternal Witness is not going to do anything. But Gloom Widow, Companion. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have played... No, I couldn't do... Okay. I couldn't efficiently use my mana. Alright, so what we're going to do next turn, most likely... Well, actually, he's just going to drop a freaking Angel and we're going to be done. Or just a Gather. Make this thing gigantic. Make a couple of 2/2s. Yeah, Overwhelming Stampede doesn't get there here. I'm just going to take this 8 and see what we can do. Another Tusker. So I think that the play here is just to prey upon... Maybe we just kill both of his 2/2s. Yeah, that might actually just be better. And this thing... Getting back, prey upon. I still don't know how I'm winning this game, which is definitely an issue. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I guess last turn I should have double blocked this thing, I think. Obviously not attacking here. How can we win this one? I mean, I can just... What is going on? Okay. Well, that's really bad. Can I just trade off for all of his creatures right here? No. I'm just going to lose my side. Right? Yeah, that's really the best I can do. And then this thing's going to trigger, I'm going to have to sacrifice this one, but... Alright. Nature's Lore. Now that's a good draw. It's not actually a good draw. There's only like a couple of those in the deck, too. Might have been okay a couple of turns ago, but... Yeah, I don't think I played this game correctly. I think that there was a point where I could have double blocked the Elite Inquisitor, and then I wouldn't be in such bad... Okay, he's just going to top deck a Baneslayer. Like, yeah, I mean, that's going to happen. Whatever, man. Whatever. I was nowhere near winning this game, but I was sort of in a position where I could win it, and then my opponent's like, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to be playing Martyr's Bond and Baneslayer Angel. Like, I'm just going to... He really... whatever. I'm not even going to talk about it, but he got the better of me this game. We'll just leave it at that. But still, I mean, beating... or going through a Champion of the Parish and an Honor of the Pure and a Path to Exile is just not really something that this deck can realistically do unless it goes first and gets off to a really good start. I'm really glad that you played that Increasing Devotion first. Yeah, alright. If that deck gets off to a good start, and unless if I'm on the play and I can curve 2-drop into 3-drop into 4-drop into Overwhelming Stampede, or like 2-3-3 Rancor Overwhelming Stampede, then I can win. But it's really, really hard. I'm gonna go find a new game, because nobody, like, when you're when you are watching these deck guides, I hope you don't get the impression that if you use my deck, then you can beat any deck. Just because I'm playing Hunter Strength does not mean that I'm expecting to beat Avacyn's Glory, Mind Maze, Deadwalkers. Like, that's the whole point of the tier system, is these bad decks, they're not going to beat the great ones. Alright, so he's on the play. I've got a 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, actually a couple of 3-drops, and a Prey Upon. And we're playing against some more Avacyn's Glory. This one's a 90 Carter, so maybe I have more of a chance. Got the land that I needed early on, which is good. And yeah, I mean, if we can curve out, take care of his threat, like a big threat with a Prey Upon or something like that, drop a Baloth, and he might actually have some trouble. Is he stuck on land too? Did he really keep... like, God, this is so frustrating. So the first game, my opponent just nut draws me with the best deck in the game, and then the second game, I'm trying to see how well this deck... And the second game, my opponent is just really bad. Like, you don't keep a 7-card hand with 1 land in it. I don't care what cards you have. Even if you have 4 Champion of the Parishes and 2 Path to Exiles, you don't keep that hand. You're just gonna get overrun by people being able to play spells. Hey, there you go. You drew your land. At least he's drawing out of it. So now he's got 5 spells in hand, and I guess they're all bad, so maybe I'll be able to win. And he's just gonna attack me, probably. No. Usually, lower caliber players don't attack, or they err on the side of not attacking. So I've got a Master of the Wild Hunt, and since you've got a billion cards in deck and only like 8 of them are removal spells, I think I'll be okay. I mean, I could have attacked there, trading it for the Doom Traveler and the Soul Warden, making this guy 3/3, or just trading for this guy and half of a Doom Traveler. I think I'd rather just keep my guys around, because the more guys I have mid to late game, the better I'm going to be doing. So I think that, though it doesn't really, like, it sort of seems like I can attack, I think it's better just not to. Alright, he's got a Fiend Hunter. Luckily, save my Prey Upon. To be honest, though, I'm just going to play my Master of the Wild Hunt next turn. I don't need the Baloth anytime soon, and I'd want to just keep curving out, playing threat after threat after threat. I'll get this thing back when I need it. But, I mean, I guess it would be attacking now, but it wouldn't be doing that much damage. He's at 25 already, and he's got some chump blockers, so it would not be that big of a deal. I want to get Master of the Wild Hunt, start gaining some board control. In addition, like, my creatures are better than his, but if by playing this thing, I'm going to just be able to kill his creatures and then just win the game. And if not kill his creatures, then make an unstoppable army of wolves. Yeah, like, even as early as next turn, I can start killing this unruly mob. Start by killing that unruly mob, is what I mean. And if I get my Fangren Firstborn out there... Alright, he's got another path, or he's got another removal spell, rather. But this is really just not a big deal for me. I mean, it just means that I'm guaranteed to get to my 5th land, and I can just play a 4-drop and a Prey Upon next turn. I think I'm going to go with Firstborn, because this thing isn't going to the grave anytime soon, and this just adds a ton more power. I don't know what you're doing, bro, but I guess he wants to get this thing a little bigger. I mean, I'm at 19. Is there really any point in blocking and just giving him a flyer? I don't think so. I mean, like, the flyer's not relevant. I've got this Gloom Widow. But, I mean, the counter on here is a little bit more relevant, since then he can just trade off from my, my companion easily. But, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this. And if he's got another Path to Exile for me, then I'm going to be really upset. But he does not. And then he's going to get his thing a little bit bigger, which is good for him. But it's no match for my 4/5. And it won't even trade with my companion once, because he gets a +1/+1 counter when the firstborn attacks. So, I mean, I just, oh God. So how much power to the board did I just add? Last turn I had 3. This turn I'm going to have 4, or let's say just 8, 11, 14 power. What? Yeah, 14 power. But he's got an O-ring, probably for this thing, which is unfortunate, but, I mean, he's going to have to stop having these answers, right? He's got 3 of his 9 removal spells, or 3 of his 8 removal spells. In his 90 card deck, he already drew 3 of them. Out of the first, like, 12 cards. It seems reasonable. But, I mean, the fact that he's drawing all these removal spells is not helping him. It's merely delaying the inevitable, because my hand is just insane. Alright, so we can do that. That's probably a good play. Yeah, I think so. We'll get back our Prey Upon, and then cast it, murdering his Unruly Mob. That way he can't trade, or he's got to trade both of his guys for my Garruk's Companion. I think it's fine now to start beating in, taking that that whole life total thing down. I mean, he's still at 29, but he's not going to last very many giant attacks. And if he does trade those off, well, I guess he could trade those off and then trade off for the Eternal Witness. But I don't know. I've got more stuff in hand. I have a Primeval Bounty, which I don't think his deck can beat. Well, actually, probably can beat, because he's probably running like Avacyn, but he's only on 3 lands, so he's just going to chump block with his Doom Traveler. I sort of see, like, I understand that my opponent is not that experienced of a player, and when I was a player who just started picking up the game, it's really hard to think of the reasoning of why you should be doing what you're doing. So in his situation, he's like, well, I don't want to take 4. 4 is a lot, so I'll just block with my Doom Traveler. And I mean, in the long run, over 2 turns, it's not even such a long run. If he throws 2 things in front of the Garruk's Companion, then he's going to save 2 damage. He's going to lose 2 damage that turn, because he's going to still take 1 from this, and so he's going to lose 3 damage that turn. But then the next turn, and the next turn, and the next turn, and the next turn, every turn it attacks from then on, he loses value. So, I mean, he can trade for the Eternal Witness here, but to be honest, I can just play Eternal Witness, getting back Eternal Witness if I feel like it. Just get that chain going on. But for now, I'm just gonna like drop a Brawn, I think. Yeah, I mean, that was the right play. He definitely got there that time. And I mean, technically, like, okay, so he either should have double blocked the Companion or not blocked at all, because there's no reason to just throw away your Doom Traveler at this thing when it could be a part of a double block later. But whatever. I'm just not that concerned by this Soul Warden. That we're not in a racing situation, at least not yet. Man, I guess what happens if he just drops a Baneslayer? Well, I really need to hit my 6th land for this thing. Then I can Eternal Witness, getting back, Prey Upon with this thing, get the +1/+1 counters on it, and then kill it. It's just a Seraph of the Dawn. Yeah, I guess we're gonna go ahead and burn that bridge right now by getting back the last Prey Upon. Or the next Prey Upon. There's a Garruk's Companion. Alright, and we can start attacking for a lot of damage right now. It's important to... Well, actually, that's pretty obvious. I was about to say it was important to fight with this one so that these guys don't get 2 damage on them. Well, this guy would just die. This guy would have 2 damage and he can just be blocked by the Soul Warden. But the better reason why it's important to fight with the Baloth is because that would actually kill it while the other things wouldn't. So, yeah. Important lessons from Daisho. you should use your prey upon when you can actually kill your opponent with it. So there's that. Anyway, I really just have to clean up this game. I think it's been mine for a very, very long time. Probably since he didn't hit his second land drop and didn't have an aggressive start, and then his removal just didn't really do much because Fiend Hunter is not that good against this deck when I draw my prey upons. This thing is kind of annoying. None of these things are like that big of a deal. Well, finally got the stupid Primeval Bounty mana. I may as well drop it, because, I mean, my opponent is playing Giant Angels. I don't know if he draws land and gets there and, like, gets into Fateful Hour and then drops 5 1/1s or something like that, 10 1/1s, I don't know. And I might want to have some more beasts, because now, instead of playing just 2 3-power creatures next turn, I'll be playing 4 3-power creatures next turn. And if I draw a Rancor, then I probably just win, because I can just give this thing trample, and that's going to be game. I'm probably going to win this one. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I'm really not sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the best way to run it, deck, just like really aggressive. I'm not sure if you should just like go all in and try running the enchantments too, because there are some decks that really can't deal with the auras, but the problem is the top decks all can. The part where I start rethinking myself is, well, can this deck ever beat Absence of Glory, Mind Maze, Deadwalkers? Like, no matter how you build it, will you be able... What is he doing? He's been sandbagging those cards. I guess he's been tapping out every turn, but that is... Yeah, it's just really not that big of a deal. I'm still gonna just be attacking. I guess not with the Eternal Witness, since he can just eat it here. But, like, I'm just about to add another 12 power to the board at least next turn. Yeah. Well, it's still gonna be 12 power. But it just means that I have more for the next turn. Oh yeah, I was not supposed to attack with this. I don't care. But yeah, I mean, as I was saying, so since it's basically never going to be able to beat those top decks, perhaps I should just build this deck so that it's better against like the medium to bad decks. Okay, yeah, you're just gonna block 1 damage with it. You can just save it next turn and then block the Baloth. Come on. I don't know. I think the correct block here may have just been to just triple block the Baloth, but it doesn't really matter because I'm just gonna be dropping more dudes. What are you doing? I guess he's reading Primeval Bounty. But yeah, it makes me... Oh my god. So this past weekend, I was playing in an F&M. God. Hallow. I don't even... This card just doesn't do anything. I was playing in an F&M, and I had a sweet deck. It was blue-green, not much draw, but some good counters, some Nephalia Sea Kites, Briarpack Alphas. But the best part of the deck was a Howl the Night pack. I think I was running 10 Forests and a Primeval Bounty. Man, that was really fun to play. But this one game, I drew Primeval Bounty pretty early, and my opponent hadn't really been doing anything. He was running this awesome mono black deck with Corrupt, Quag Sickness, Tenacious Dead, and Blood Baron. It was just a really, really powerful deck. Mark of the Vampire. I don't know. It was an awesome deck, and so he ended up gaining, or no, I ended up gaining a ton of life off the stupid Primeval Bounty because I was just playing land after land after land because I think I drew 9 lands in a row or something like that, and he couldn't attack into my board because I had a bunch of 3/3s, and I also had 2 Advocate of the Beasts, which just combo super well with Primeval Bounty, hilariously enough, and then eventually, since I just drew so many lands, I never got enough power that I could actually attack into his board, and he was gnawing zombie. Okay, so he's got like 12 swamps or something like that, and every turn he's just sacrificing his Tenacious Dead a few times to gnawing zombie, so he's like draining me for 3 every turn. Eventually he just attacks all out, gets like 2 damage through, takes me down to 14, corrupts me for 14, and I ended up losing the match that way, which was so disappointing since I really just needed to draw any spells, like any non-creature spell to put counters on my beasts, any creature to make more beasts, but I just could not draw anything for my life. But it was still a really good match, and good on my opponent for not conceding or anything. But yeah, we won that game, so I guess that's a thing. Not really. And let's see if we can actually get another good match like the first one where we're playing against a real opponent. But I mean, the first one, it was definitely, even though I just got stomped, it was like an important match to play because, yeah, my opponents are going to be playing Absence Glory, and I should build my deck that it either can beat Absence Glory or it knows it's going to lose to Absence Glory. This hand is pretty interesting. It doesn't have like the nut curve or anything, but I think I'm still going to keep it. I got a Rancor, which is just an awesome card. I've got a 3/3 for 3 and a Cudgel Troll, as well as some late game in the Primeval Bounty, and well, there's a Tusker, so that's not bad. I think, yeah, no, I'm actually going to drop the Tusker, because if I don't draw another land for the next 2 turns, then I can play Tusker, and then I can play Nature's Law or Rancor. But if I do Nature's Law next turn, then I can't play Rancor. Oh, Masks of Dimir. Should be a good matchup. No, I don't even want to play Tusker. Yeah, we're just going to do this, because next turn I can also Nature's Law Tusker. So I end up losing 1 mana this turn, but it's going to be super risky to drop a Rancor on my Colonian Tusker against that deck, because he could just be playing... Oh, he's just gonna divinate. That's awesome for him. He could just be playing like Last Gasp, just hold mana up, get rid of my Rancor, and then make me a very sad Daisho. Okay, so 4-drop. So I can drop Nature's Lore plus Pulse. Seems good. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna get more value out of Pulse. Like that deck doesn't run that many creatures, and I mean, I'm going to be playing Colonian Tusker next turn. I just don't think that I would get more value out of it than that. Then again, given the chance to make other plays, Threads of Disloyalty. Well, that's disappointing. At least I didn't put a Rancor on it. How much mana? Oh, Primeval Bounty time. Oh, yeah. That is a permanent that he can't deal with once it's on the board, and it's going to gain me so much value, especially with Rancor. Alright, he's up to 5 mana. Lobotomy. Ugh. That's good. He's gonna get rid of my Cudgel Troll, probably. Oh. Rancor. Okay. I guess, I mean, that's definitely good for him, getting rid of Rancor. Hope I draw a land. That way I can play these 2 and leave up Regen. Though Regen is actually not important at all. Yeah, in fact, I'm just going to ignore what I just said. I'm not going to care about Regen, because he doesn't have any... Well, does he have anything that says Destroy? I don't even think so. But yeah, we just added 13 power to the board. Not really a big deal. Yeah, when Threads of Disloyalty is good, basically against this deck, it's really good. There's a Gas Lord of Fuge. It's not great. Right, and we're going to add another 12 power to the board this turn. So, well, that's not bad. Attacking with everything... Yeah, I should have done that. I should have just attacked with everything, since losing 1/3/3 to the Gas Lord doesn't matter. I could have gotten in... 6 more damage, basically. Right? Since okay, it would have been probably 3 more damage, and I would have traded 1 off. Stolen Identity. Uh-oh. That's not good. So yeah, I lose the game next turn. Unless I can kill one of his Gas Lords. Oh, no. No, I'm not going to lose. Whew, this is a scary game. Hopefully I can draw an Overrun or an Overwhelming Stampede. I've got like 4 of those things in the deck. Maybe 3, I don't know. Fauna Shaman. Alright, well, we know what we're doing here. Is he dead? He might just be dead. He's only got 3 blockers, and I have... Do I have 8 attackers? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Yeah. He's just dead. Blocked this one twice, but I don't think it matters. I think he's just dead. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Did I take him exactly to 0? Let's see. 3, 9, 12. Oh, he messed up. He should have blocked my Cudgel Troll with one of them. He wasn't going to win that game anyway unless he had something else. But, yeah, I messed up. Should have attacked the turn before. Although I think I would have been the same. Alright, let's try another game. Oh, yeah, that's what I meant to. Alright, I play first. I got a couple of 2-drops. Vigor. Blech. Sometimes Vigor just looks really bad in this deck, but... Alright, so I want to drop... My ideal play is Rancor on Colonian Tusker turn 2. Or turn 3, rather. If I draw land, I guess. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, Rancor on Colonian Tusker. But if he's got a last gasp open, I really don't want to do that. I'll probably... I mean, I can probably just attack first, and then if he does end up having it, then I can... Garrick's Companion. Alright, so he's just going to drop a Dimir Guildmage. So now my turn next turn is going to be nuts. Hit him for 5. He's obviously not going to block. And drop a Garrick's Companion. See, these matches are actually interesting. I mean, the top tier matches are also not. They're fun to watch. Like Mind Maze versus Absence Glory. Those games were... A lot of those games were really close. But... These matches are so cool. They're two decks of similar power levels. I think mine is a little better in the matchup, maybe. But his deck also has a lot of cool interactions. And mine is just like brute force. His is cool interactions. It's a sweet matchup. Alright, so he didn't play anything, which scares me a ton about what he could possibly have in these 6 cards. Oh, there's just a last gasp for my my Tusker. My boy Tusky. And he might just block here and trade and get all the power off the board. That would definitely be reasonable. Did I have a turn 4 Primeval Bounty last game? I totally did. I totally had a turn 4 Primeval Bounty. Now that I think... I haven't been thinking about it. But that's why I won that game. It's not because my opponent played poorly or didn't have a decent hand. I just got one of the best cards in the format down on turn 4. 2 turns early. That's insane. What's also insane is, actually Time Map's not great here. It kind of buys him a turn, but at the same time I can attack, I can put my Rancor, well, I'm not going to put my Rancor on the Companion, because it's so much better on Cudgel Troll. Yeah, he's just going to block, cash that in, probably could have done that last turn, saved the damage, or 4. Yeah, I want to put this down just in case I draw a land and I can drop Vigor next turn. I want to be able to have the Rancor on my Cudgel Troll. And there is a painful quandary. So it's whenever I cast a spell, I lose 5 life unless I discard a card. I can get behind that. He's going to be in some bad shapes though. Multiple shapes that are not good for him. Yeah, this is why this card isn't great, because it's 2 choices that usually aren't that bad. Like, his deck isn't super aggressive, and I mean, I could still easily lose this game, but I don't really see how. Yeah, that's not going to do it. I just need to attack him with both my guys, because he can't attack this turn to get 2 guys out of it. But yeah, I mean, discarding a card and losing 5 life, neither of those things are that terrible for me at any time, so yeah, it's not that great. I don't run it in my build, and I don't think that it's worth running. It's an interesting card for sure, but when they're given the choice between 2 things that, like, often enough you'll either have extra cards or extra life, so neither of them will be that bad for you. But, I mean, in the occasions when both of them are bad for you, you really don't want to play it. But I think that this deck ran really well. The one game I lost was to Absence Glory. I mean, I think it probably could use a lot more testing, but to be honest, this is as much as I'm willing to do, because I think that the deck is really good. Maybe the numbers aren't perfect, like the 2 ofs or the 1 ofs or the 3 ofs or whatever, but it's definitely not bad. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have some fun with Hunter Strength, because that's all you can really do. You can't expect to win all the games. You just have to have some fun. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day. Bye.